Hello, dear friends. Have you ever made a choice, maybe years ago, where you knew deep down what the right thing to do was, but you did the opposite anyway? Why do we do that? Why do we go after something we know isn't good for us, even when we can see it coming? There's a moment that comes for a lot of us, usually somewhere around middle age. You're sitting quietly, maybe late at night, maybe driving alone, and you start to notice a pattern in your life. You see how often you've tried to control everything, how you've insisted on doing things your way, even when it cost you. Maybe it was taking a job that paid well but made you miserable because you wanted to prove you could make it on your own, or staying in a relationship longer than you should have, convinced you could fix it if you just tried harder. Maybe it was building your whole life around looking successful, or around never having to ask anyone for help. Not your family, not your friends, not even God, if you believe in one. We tell ourselves we're just being smart, responsible, self-sufficient. But if we're really honest, what we call independence is sometimes just fear, wearing a different mask. We're afraid of being let down, afraid of losing control, afraid that if we trust someone else with the important stuff, they'll mess it up. So we hold on tight. We make our own rules. We become the final authority in our own lives. And then, when things fall apart, when the job ends, when the relationship breaks, when the plan we worked so hard on crumbles, we're left holding the pieces of choices we made alone. This struggle between wanting freedom and learning to trust, it's an old one. There's a story from the Bible that captures it perfectly, even if you've never read it before. It's the story of the first two people, Adam and Eve. According to the story, God created a beautiful garden and put them in it. They had everything they needed: freedom to explore, to enjoy, to live fully. But there was one rule. There was a specific tree in the garden, and God told them not to eat its fruit. If they did, it would lead to death. That's it. One boundary in the middle of total freedom. Now, God could have made people like robots, programmed to obey automatically, but He didn't. He gave them the ability to choose, real choice, which means the ability to trust Him or to ignore Him. Then a serpent shows up, and it asks a question. Did God really say you couldn't eat from any tree? It's a small twist of the truth. And then the serpent says, you won't die. God just doesn't want you to become like Him. He's holding out on you. If you eat that fruit, you'll have knowledge. You'll be in control. You won't need Him anymore. Eve looks at the tree. She knows what God said, but the serpent's offer sounds appealing. You can be your own authority. You don't have to trust anyone else. So she takes the fruit, she eats it, and she gives some to Adam, and he eats it too. They didn't forget the rule. They just decided, in that moment, that being in control felt more important than trusting the person who made the rule. When I read that story now, I don't see it as some ancient religious lesson. I see myself. I see two people who had everything and still thought they were missing something. Two people who were told they were loved and cared for, but still wondered, what if He's not really looking out for me? The real tragedy isn't just that they broke a rule, it's that they traded a relationship for the feeling of control. They gave up trust because independence felt safer. And here's what I've learned, especially as I've gotten older. When someone gives you freedom, real freedom, it's not a setup, it's not a trap, it's an invitation. You can't truly love someone if you're forced to. You can't really trust someone if you don't have a choice. God, or however you understand the idea of something bigger than yourself, gave Adam and Eve a choice because love and trust only mean something when they're freely given. The one rule wasn't about control, it was about relationship. It was a way of saying, do you trust that I want what's good for you, even when you don't fully understand it? And most of the pain in my own life has come from moments when I chose my own plan over trusting something bigger, when I grabbed for control because trust felt too risky, when I thought I knew better, and it turned out I didn't. After thinking about all of this is what stays with me. Real freedom isn't about having no limits. It's about trusting someone enough to let go of control. Before we go, let's take a quiet moment together. God, we come to you today, knowing how hard it is to let go, how often we've held on too tight, made our own plans, ignored the people and the voice that were trying to help us. We're sorry for the times we doubted that you, or life, or love, had our back. For the moments we believed we had to do everything ourselves to be safe. Help us learn to trust again, to stop seeing boundaries as punishment and start seeing them as care. To understand that freedom isn't about controlling everything. It's about walking with someone who actually knows the way. Give us the courage to stop gripping so hard, to admit we don't have all the answers. We let go of our need to be right, our need to be in charge, our fear of being let down. We're trying to trust you. Amen.